Next, we have Noble and Fayla Guedon from Adams County in southwest Mississippi. Noble isn't the first member of his family to work in agriculture.
I'm the 5th generation in a farming family. My father and uncles have been doing it their whole life, and when I graduated from college, I came straight back in 1999 and went straight to work. We grow cotton, corn, soybeans, and rice, and some vegetables.
Noble likes to implement labor-saving practices on his land.
This is no-till wheat. We're planting it straight behind. We harvested this crop, we disc it one time, and then we're planting wheat straight into the no-till situation, where you can see it's a little rough, but we're planting it right behind one trip disking. You know, it cuts down on cost, having to disc a field and smooth the field and run tractors over it several times, and it frees up a lot of extra labor. All we got, as you see, is a tractor and a planter going, and he's in the field by himself. You don't have to have 3 or 4 tractors disking and do all and then drag and trying to prepare a proper seed bed.
It's been a tough year for all farmers in Mississippi, but farming along the Mississippi River presents a unique set of problems.
It rained most of September, most of October, not only in Mississippi area, but also in the Midwest, and all the water that was going up through the Midwest came down back through the Mississippi River. A lot of our land down here is not protected by a Mississippi River levee, and we planted following a river in June, and we had to harvest the crop in front of a river coming back up in October, November, and that's, my uncles and my father's never seen that. It's the first time in 80-something years that that's occurred, so it's a very trying year this year, abnormal.
Noble has high regard for Farm Bureau.
Farm Bureau is a vital link through the chain of command up to somebody that'll listen to our problems and try to get the problems fixed. Every problem or question that I've had has been answered quickly, and it seems like they care. They want to listen to what the problems that you have, and they want to help you in any way they can and go above and beyond what's expected of them.
Fayla is a medical laboratory technician, and the Guedons have 2 children, Caroline, who is 6, and Grayson, who is 4. Our next nominees are Billy Joe and Jeannie Leach from Newton County in east central Mississippi. The Leaches, like many other farmers in Mississippi, have a diversified operation.
We have a 340-acre chicken, cattle, timber farm. We've got about 160 acres of plantation pines. We run about 125 cows, cow-calf operation. And of course, we got 6 broiler houses and expanding with 2 more, so it brings us up to 8 hopefully by spring of 2010.
The Leaches' plans for expansion are alive and well.
We have to grow our farm to reduce you can only be so efficient, then you have to grow your farm to grow your scale of your operation to reduce your cost. And we've got 3 kids coming up, and we want our farm to be of enough income to support, maybe 2 or 3 families eventually. So I've got an opportunity to expand right now. That opportunity may not come by again, so I want to take advantage of it.
Jeannie is an outspoken advocate for educating the general public regarding the truth about agriculture.
People who don't live on a farm, they have no idea what you're talking about until you start telling them and giving them facts. That's the main thing, is telling them facts, because there's so many misconceptions about agriculture. As Women's Chair for Newton County, I go into the schools and I tell our children, and hopefully they'll pass on some of that information to their parents and to others. But I think just getting out there and telling your story, because we all have a story, and if you tell it and show people what you're doing, I think they'll have a better understanding of it. People want to know about farming, but the media a lot of times puts out so much non-correct information that it's our job to tell what's fact and what's myth.
The Leaches recognize how vital it is for America to be self-sufficient.
If we ever lose the ability to do our own food, grow our own food, there won't be any going back, I don't think.
It's troubling to even rely on for our fuel, but if we had to rely on for our food, I mean, we'd really be under the gun. We'd be at their mercy, really. And I don't think we want to be in that position. I know I don't.
Billy Joe and Jeannie have 3 children, daughter Morgan, who is 13, and sons Joseph, 10, and Caleb, who is 7. Our nominees from Region 7 are Jason and Lindsey Ellzey from Jones County in the southeast part of the state. The Ellzeys operate another diversified Mississippi family farming venture.
We have a 40-acre blueberry farm. We have around 100 head of mama cows, cow-calf operation, a 4-house poultry operation, and approximately 150 acres of soybeans. This is what I would call the quintessential family farm. I'm 5th generation on this land. Some of this land was homesteaded by some of my ancestors. And it just means so much to me to grow up and to have my children grow up on the same piece of dirt that I did. And my dad did, my granddad did.
And it looks like the family farming tradition will continue for at least one more generation.
It's funny, you know, my little boy, he's all about the tractors and the combine, and he can tell you the horsepower of every tractor and what it sounds like when it's coming down the road. And my little girl, she knows every cow in the pasture. She knows when they're going to calve, the calves, all the cows' numbers. The firemen came over to the school the other day, and they went on the fire truck and all, and the teacher said when the class was over, the fireman said, "How many of y'all want to be firefighters?" And she said everybody in the class raised their hand, and Kobe didn't. And they said, "Well, what's wrong, Kobe? You don't want to be a firefighter?" He said, "No, I'm going to be a farmer." So they're definitely eat up with it.
Jason sees the importance of agriculture as it relates to the future well-being of this nation.
I think the most important thing going on right now in agriculture, or one of the most important things, is the biofuels. And where we're going to go with that. You know, is corn ethanol the answer to it? I'm not sure, but we have to keep working towards that to find an answer. This is not only for the environment, this is for our national security, this is for our economy. How great would it be for our economy right now if we growed all our own fuel? Not only our food, but our fuel. That would implement so many more jobs in this country right now that it would just be great to the future of agriculture and really put us back on the forefront.
Lindsey is an active participant in the operation of the family farm, as well as helping raise their 2 children. Colleen is 7 and Colby is 5. Our final nominees for 2009 are Pepper and Crystal Roberts from Humphreys County in northeast Mississippi. They too are continuing a family tradition.
Back when I was 18 years old, my dad and my brother farmed together, and they told me that for me to get into farming with them, I need to go to get me an education, college education. They told me to see them in 4 years, so 4 years later I was back. As of right now, we farm 2,200 acres of corn, 2,200 acres of soybeans, and 850 acres of cotton.
Pepper has discovered the importance of rotating the crops he plants.
Cotton yield steady decline over the years, and knew we needed to find something that would help build our organic matter back up, build our fertility back up, and got into rotating corn. We found over the years, for every year we grow corn, we raise another 150 pounds of cotton the following year. The rotation is the key to our whole farming operation.
Space-age technology has found its way into the agricultural fields across the country and is helping improve the efficiency of the farming industry.
A couple of years ago, we got into the guidance system on tractors. Every pass that we go through the field, it is guided with the guidance system all the way from subsoil and from tillage work all the way through planting to even into harvest. We steady getting better and more efficient in everything we do, burning less fuel, using less chemicals, less pesticides. But we are feeding and clothing America and more of the world all over.
And how does Pepper feel about Farm Bureau?
Farm Bureau is the key to agriculture in Mississippi right now. Never in my life would I ever dream that I would be in Washington and I would ever have a say-so, or somebody would listen to a poor old country boy in Mississippi say what matters to him and what matters to his operation. But they do listen. They really do.
Crystal is a stay-at-home mom, and the Roberts have 3 children. Twins James and Jillian are 8 years old, and little Joseph is 9 months old. And those are the nominees for the 2009 Young Farmer and Rancher Achievement Award.